It is Thursday, and you know what that means. It is time for another Wrestling All Day Podcast Championship defense. Last week, both Jason Voorhees and Kiera Hogan had the week off, but tonight, no more days off. Tonight, we're back to action. Jason Voorhees and Kiera Hogan defend their championships here tonight against two new hungry challengers. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Let's take you down to ringside for the Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship match.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to bring the fire. There is your Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Champion, Kiera Hogan.
The following Women's Championship contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from hot Atlanta, Georgia, she is the Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Champion, Kiera Hogan.
2 weeks ago, Kiera Hogan knocked off Rosemary to win the Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship. Last week, she defeated Toni Storm. And now here tonight, another challenger will step up. Who is going to take on that woman right there? And who is going to step up to challenge for that Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship? Whoa, wait a minute! Oh my God!
Introducing the challenger from Richmond, Virginia, Hardcore Country, Mickie James!
Former Impact Knockouts champion, the former WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James, stepping up to the challenge for the Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship. This is huge. Here we go, folks. The Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship on the line. This match is now officially underway. Kiera Hogan versus Hardcore Country Mickie James. The Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship on the line. Mickie James going right to work here on Kiera Hogan. Oh, elbow right to the face. Kiera fights back. So far, one successful defense under her belt, Kiera Hogan. Right now, she's getting to take it to her by Mickie James, and Mickie James looking for the snapmare. Gets sent down hard by Kiera Hogan. Referee's already back there sweating. Oh! Armbreaker by Kiera Hogan. Mickie James right back on the attack, and this could spell certain doom pretty quickly here. The rope break gonna save Kiera Hogan. This could spell certain doom pretty quickly here for Kiera Hogan. Mickie James is a veteran of this business. Mickie James, a former Knockouts champion, former WWE Women's Champion. Down she goes again, courtesy of Kiera Hogan, though. But again, you got to think, Kiera Hogan's still young. She's still in that developing stage of her career. Kiera Hogan's still finding her footing here in the wrestling world. And that can come back to haunt Mickie James as well, because Kiera Hogan's always learning new things and new ways to put your opponent away. Case in point right here, stomping away at the veteran Mickie James. Shot to the face. Mickie returns fire. Here comes Mickie James, and this could come down to one or two big moves at a crucial point. And it could be very well the end. It could be the end here. Into the cover. 2. James almost putting away Kiera Hogan there. Oh God, there's the mitt kick. She might have just done did it now. She might have just done put her away with that mitt kick. Is she thinking it again here? No, she's not. She's going for something else there, and Kiera Hogan was able to capitalize a counter, and Kiera Hogan plants her down. Good Lord. Into the cover now on Mickie James. 2. No, and a kick out by James. Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship on the line here. Mickie James, Kiera Hogan, one-on-one. Like I said it before, Mickie James is a legend of this sport. She's been women's champion multiple times. She's been a knockouts champion multiple times. Oh, and there's the code breaker from Kiera Hogan as Hogan now goes to the second rope. Knee right across the chest and face area. I couldn't tell exactly where that landed. Kiera, oh God, she's biting her. Kiera Hogan biting the hand now. But Mickie James back up to her feet. Nice bridge into the cover, away from the ropes this time. Put Kiera Hogan away. Oh my God, that was close. That was really close. And it doesn't get much closer than what we just saw there as Mickie James now again. Mickie James got over 15 years of experience under her belt. She is just destroying Kiera Hogan here. Kick after kick to the back, but Kiera Hogan had enough of that. Nice suplex there from Kiera Hogan. Kiera taking the suplex here. No, Mickie rolls her through. Oh my God, Mickie rolls her through. 2. Mickie almost stole it. Mickie James almost stole the Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship, and now Mickie James gonna have to worry about stealing it because there's the Mickie DDT into the cover. Kiera Hogan, she's by the ropes, but she's not close enough. Mickie James, the new Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Champion, Mickie James.
The new Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Champion. A huge statement made to Kiera Hogan here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, take a good long look at the new champion, Hardcore Country, Mickie James. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm Jason Voorhees, I'm going to be a little worried. We just saw Mickie James come in and absolutely annihilate Kiera Hogan to win the Wrestling All Day Podcast Women's Championship. Now, Jason Voorhees has been unstoppable. Jason Voorhees has won the Random Rumble. Jason Voorhees has beat Rick Sanchez. He won the Hell in a Cell match to win the Wrestling All Day Podcast Championship. So, I mean, I wouldn't be super worried, but the fact that Mickie James just came in there and laid the 1-2 punch and knocked off Kiera Hogan to become the new champion may not sit right with the current champion, Jason Voorhees.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following championship contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, formerly residing in Crystal Lake, New Jersey, now residing in his own personal section of hell, the Wrestling All Day Podcast Champion, Jason Voorhees.
But Jason Voorhees showing zero fear, zero intimidation coming out here tonight, welcoming another challenger to his humble abode. Every single person that has stepped up has been swept aside. Freddy Krueger, Rick Sanchez, Bam Bam Bigelow, 19 people in the Random Rumble. They've all been swept aside by Jason Voorhees, and now we're going to find out Who's Jason's opponent here tonight? Now the question is, who is gonna... Oh my God! It's Kane! The big red machine, Kane, stepping up to the challenge to take on Jason Voorhees. And you talk about a dream match. One of the most popular slashes of the 80s. One of the most popular wrestlers of the 1990s. Kane, Jason Voorhees, 1-on-1.
Introducing the challenger from parts unknown, weighing in at 328 pounds, the Big Red Machine, Kane.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling All Day Podcast Championship on the line in a dream match situation. The Big Red Machine Kane, the big monster Jason Voorhees. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your TV sets. The Big Red Machine Kane is taking it to Jason Voorhees right now. Kane looking for a submission already here. The Big Red Machine looking to make Jason Voorhees tap out, pass out, give up, whatever he can to win the Wrestling All Day Podcast Championship. But Jason Voorhees is too quick and too powerful, takes the Big Red Machine off his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a match I've always wanted to see, and now here, through the power of, well, this is happening. This is officially happening. The Big Red Monster Kane and Jason Voorhees one-on-one. Numerous times. Oh, what the hell is this? What is this? Oh, punch right to the gut, taking the Big Red Machine off his feet. Numerous times Kane has stated that he made his entire demeanor, around Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, those slashers of the late 80s. Late 70s, early 80s. Right now, that slasher, Jason Voorhees, is taking it to the Big Red Machine here, really targeting the ribs of Kane. I have never seen Kane manhandled to a point like this before. Jason Voorhees found his footing and just hasn't let up on the attack. He has not let up on the attack. Jason Voorhees has knocked off Bam Bam Bigelow. Jason Voorhees knocked off Pickle Rick. Jason Voorhees knocked off Freddy Krueger to win that championship in a Hell in a Cell match. And he is just annihilating the Big Red Machine. Kane has got absolutely nothing going for him right now. Jason Voorhees is just in God mode right now, but Kane able to fight back. Kane able to get up to his feet. With Jason Voorhees up, what is this? Perhaps the tombstone, no, snake eyes. And now Kane has found his footing, literally putting his foot into Jason Voorhees multiple times. But Jason right back up. Jason Voorhees and Kane, these two behemoths colliding here for the Wrestling All Day Podcast Championship, and now it's Kane. Oh, I thought he was going for it again. I thought it was another tombstone attempt, but now Kane using the choke here. Leg drop to Jason. Jason Voorhees finds his footing one more time. Oh God, oh my God, Jason Voorhees plants down Kane. We've seen him beat many a superstars with that choke slam, and now he might have just put away Kane with it too. No, Kane kicks out. The big red machine is in trouble here. Yes, that. Oh, big boot attempt missed. Now it's Kane. Sidewalk slam to Jason Voorhees. Now Kane choking the life out of Jason again. What is this? Kane. Oh! Really wrenching the arm. And a DDT from Kane. Cover now on Jason. Off the DDT. No. Kick out at 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kane sizing up Jason Voorhees. No. Jason countered. Kick to the gut. Headbutt from Jason. Jason Voorhees almost suffered a choke slam. And now it's Voorhees working the legs of Kane. Stomp right to the face, that burnt face, and Kane. Leg drop of his own, putting down. Whoa, whoa, where the hell is Kane going? The big red machine to the top rope. Kane gonna fly? Kane looking to take to the skies here. Big clothesline, turning Jason Voorhees inside out. Stomping on the champion, and now a submission. No, not quite. I thought he was going for a submission attempt there, but now into the cover, rolls Jason Voorhees over. A teabag to the back, is that enough? No, Jason Voorhees kicks out. Big red machine, Kane. Oh boy! Hands around the throat. Choke, no, Jason countered. Jason Voorhees countered, and it looks like Kane might get a taste of his own medicine here. Oh no, the vice grips! The vice grips! Jason Voorhees may have just put away Kane with the vice grip. Pulls him away from the ropes. Jason Voorhees now rolls Kane into the cover. Is this gonna be enough? 2, 3, Jason Voorhees knocks off Kane. Jason Voorhees adding another successful defense under his resume here in the Wrestling All Day Podcast Championship universe.
The winner of this match, and still the Wrestling All Day Podcast Champion, Jason Voorhees.
Another successful defense for Jason Voorhees. Who the hell is gonna stop this monster? Ladies and gentlemen, for the Wrestling All Day Podcast, I'm Matty Smackdown, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out. 2 new challengers arise next week.